Hello everybody, welcome back to another One Piece Brain Blood video. My name is Silvokiji or Silvokiji, and this is TheZoneGamingGo. Today, of course, we're going to be doing Can This Character Anchor? We're going to be doing two videos actually. This is the first one, the second one will actually pop up right afterwards. These videos do not have intros on them, but I'm probably going to do on the last video because I'm lazy and that's how it's going to work. But we're going to be doing Sabo in this video, and in the next video we're doing Jinbei. Jinbei was suggested by ASAP, and Sabo was suggested by Rohawk. So, this will be a little bit fun to actually get into. There will not be any matches or anything like, competitive-wise posted regarding One Piece Brain Blood this week. It might be happening next week because we're doing a lot of stuff next week in terms of Hikiko's Gauntlet, as well as, just random stuff. Now, Hikiko is continuing his gauntlet today. I believe he's fighting against Rose. I don't know if he's actually going to do it or not, but that will be featured on the Discord, and you can check it on Hikiko's channel. I'll go ahead and try my best to put a link to his channel in this video, so that way you can actually follow his gauntlet. Gauntlet is basically a series on which a player goes up against multiple characters in the TheZoneGamingGo community, and he fights against them in 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 sets, and basically, just fights until he loses 2 matches. So, Sabo. Sabo is a speed-type character, 3,000 points. He is a hockey-based character as well as a Delphi character, specifically Logia Fire. Now, I have to say specifically Logia Fire is because there's a reason for that, and I'll explain a little bit later. So, the thing about Sabo is that the thing we're talking about is can this character anchor? Now, you've seen Sabo actually fight in multiple competitive matches in One Piece Brain Blood. You've seen him participate in a whole bunch of tournament matches. You've seen him get so many wins. So, the answer to that question is probably a little bit obvious, but I'm here to tell you not why he can be anchor, but exactly how he could anchor. I guess that's the same thing, actually. Never mind. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so Sabo alone has a powerful ability in Flame Fist. Flame Fist allows him to do a ton of damage, and also it is a uni-chain. It being a uni-chain allows him to do even more damage because Flame Fist has 1 hit. So Sabo can literally go into Flame Fist and then do something like Whitebeard's Sequate Grab or Goro Grab, or go into a one-hitter like Zoro and Burgess if you know you're really scared and you just kind of want to get rid of the opponent. Or you can try to go for a combo chain with Marco or Drake. Now, Sabo has 2 starts for his really big damaging combos, but most of the time, actually not most of the time, all the time, that's going to include Flame Fist. Now, when Sabo actually gets his Devil Fruit ability removed by Devil Fruit killers as well as Garp support or any other support like Wifer, then Sabo's damage potential drops dramatically. Flame Fist is basically the embodiment of all of his damage, so without Flame Fist, Sabo's damage output is complete trash. I say complete trash, but he can still do some stuff. He can still do some mix-ups with his unique. He can still do some rushes, but all in all, he won't be able to deal the amount of damage that was equivalent to when he had Flame Fist. Okay, so as an anchor, Sabo actually does a really good job as being versatile against his opponent. Now, you're going to try your very best to try to use that Flame Fist as much as you possibly can, and Flame Fist is also dependent on your ability gauge, which means that if you don't have enough ability, you're not going to be doing the full power Speed Fist, you're just going to be doing the Slow Fist, and you're probably going to get punished if your opponent is playing as a hockey-based character, or is going to sidestep around you and hit you with a guard break, heavy guard break, or anything that's guard break reliant. So, let's go ahead and actually go into the support tree here, because we did this with the last video, but I kind of wanted to actually talk about this. Now, when Sabo, in terms of support, usually goes with Kobe for the extra burning gauge because Flame Fist does a ton of damage, or goes with the extra +1 from Johnny Usoka because, of course, Flame Fist does even more damage. The more buffs you actually have on Sabo, the stronger the Flame Fist becomes. Everything else kind of follows after that because it's not really all that powerful, but because Sabo's Flame Fist is so strong, every single +1 buff matters. Now, in terms of countering Sabo as an anchor, he is easily countered by Devil Fruit killers as well as characters with long reach because they're able to kind of beat his predictability when he's actually doing his unique buttons or perhaps doing his special movement, which is basically the turning back and forth attack. So when playing against Sabo, most players would like to opt for using the hockey method, trying to break him, or perhaps catching him while he's doing one of his flips. His running attack is also very slow, so you can easily sidestep that or jump it to kind of hit him with an anti-ground and knock him into a combo that way. Now, I talked about how Law kind of relies on his 2 basic attacks or 2 basic openers to actually get a person in a combo. Now, Sabo is not an actual, he's not a technical character, so he doesn't need big damaging combos to do all that damage, and so he doesn't really have 2 exact openers. The flexibility of Sabo allows him to actually perform well using very different methods. Now, the problem with these methods is that if they're missed, they provide big openings for his opponent to punish you with. So, talking about this a little bit right now, he does have one mix-up tool with his basic combo with Flame Fist. Okay, so he can do Flame Fist into, I believe, 1 and 2, into 2-hit, and he can also do Flame Fist in 1, 2, 3. So A4 and A2 activate Flame Fist, and as you can see, that is an obscene amount of damage you get from the Flame Fist. Now, this only works if Flame Fist is amplified by using the ability button. So if your opponent breaks your Logia, you don't no longer have that ability. Now, although people would argue that Sabo doesn't really need his ability that much, so breaking this easily, but because you lose that powered up Flame Fist, you no longer are able to do. You can actually see the slow differences between it. So I'm actually going to do 1, 2 without the amplified. You can actually block that and counterattack, or perhaps counterattack while he's doing the Flame Fist. You cannot, of course, use the Flame Fist combo in the middle of the attack. You have to do it before. Now, he does have mix-up tools in dealing with this for a basic if he doesn't have the amplified version, which is like 1, 2, just tricking your opponent. Just trying to go back, but you're not going to deal that big damage that Sabo is actually known for. Without the Flame Fist, Sabo basically doesn't have any damage at all whatsoever, besides the basic 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, when actually playing a Sabo, like I said, there's multiple openings versatility with this character if you have Flame Fist. So, of course, you can go with the jumping attack into Flame Fist. Then you have, I already told you, the basic attack combo. Then you have the interruption with your unique into Flame Fist. And then, of course, you have your running attack into Flame Fist. And then you have your Dragon Claw into Flame Fist interruption. All of which work if you have the amplified Flame Fist. If you do not have amplified Flame Fist, you will not be doing this, and you will be dropping all the combo. So if his Logia is ever broken by a hockey-based character, and especially in a 1v1 anchor type fight, it becomes extremely difficult. Especially when players play as characters like Marco, you got Garp, even Burgess. Characters that in Kid can rush you down to the point where you're not able to charge that ability, can give Sabo a hard time once he loses that ability. Now, once he gets that ability back, amplified all the way. Now, one of the most difficult things that Sabo is going to have to deal with when actually playing an anchor match is dealing with the Flame Fist management, dealing with your Logia bar, because most characters you press the hockey bar to break someone's Logia. So you fight against a character like Akiji or primarily Smoker or even Ace, you're going to be dealing with this problem the entire time. The reason for this is because you're going to have to manage between actually breaking a person's Logia and actually utilizing your amplified Flame Fist. Your Dragon Claw does work as a hockey imbued Flame Fist connection, which actually makes your Flame Fist hockey based because of the Dragon Claw, which is weird, but it does work that way, giving you a very good hockey imbued straight combo. So that works really well, except you will have to take brace with your hockey in the middle of doing some of your attacks, which is something that you have to worry about as well. Now, I said the versatility in Sabo is amazing, but you do have to micromanage your bar, unlike most characters, because of this, because of how his reliance on that Flame Fist is. Now, I talked about before how him being a fire Logia is really important. That's because other common anchors like Aka Inu, as well as point characters like Caesar Clown, are devastating for him. And the reason for this, because Aka Inu's passive allows him to destroy fire Logia based characters in their Logia state, even if he isn't powered up, because lava automatically takes out fire Logia. And Caesar Clown, being able to use his ability Land of Nothingness, can immediately break fire Logia because there's no oxygen within his reach. So if Sabo is using Anchor and he finds his self faced against people like Aka Inu and Caesar Clown point, it can be really difficult. Now, can Caesar Clown Anchor? That's the question for another story. But Sabo does have hard matchups with those characters, and he does have to micro a little bit more when fighting against Logia-based characters, but he does work as an excellent anchor-based character himself. Now, can he work as a lead, a mid-guard? Yeah, he can. He can start off games and stuff like that. He can do well. He does have a couple of 100% combos at his disposal because of the Flame Fist, a +1 with the ultimate, so he has the ability to do stuff like that. Except, like I said, you have to watch yourself. You can't abuse this ability gauge. You're going to have to conserve it, and you're going to have to micromanage it, unlike most Logia-based characters in this game. I think the only character you have to do that with, too, is Ace, maybe. But that's just how Sabo is in this game. So if you have any more questions about can this character anchor, or you want to know if this character can lead, I'm still going to answer the question while I'm doing the can this character anchor video. But if you have any more questions, let me know. Send me a message in Discord or in the chat for YouTube. Not in the chat, in the comment section on YouTube. And in the meantime, enjoy playing One Piece Burning Blood.